Well, you look very handsome.
A few things before we start this video. One, I have a huge worked update for myself. I will start working for Chase soon, so make sure you watch until the very end. I'm gonna have Chase explain it whenever he gets home because he'll be able to explain it really well. Two, I apologize for the light flickering and the little glitches at the very beginning. Our ceiling fan was going on and I didn't wait until it was completely done, so that's why the lights are kind of doing all weird stuff. Three, we look a little tired and kind of not as super peppy as we sometimes are in the past, and that is because, y'all, we have worked a lot. Chase has worked a lot for a while. I just want to kind of lay that clear, so make sure you watch until the end about a job update. This is a job I have never done before, so I'm super excited, and yeah, let's get back to the video.
Thank you. Oh, watch out, Bikini.
Oh, sorry. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Well, this is actually an anniversary of two things. One, obviously you clicked on the video, so it's going to be in the title. But we've been living in this camper for 4 years now, March 11th. And even though today is not March 11th, this is the
Kenai
day
turned 4 years old.
Yeah, and Kenai turned 4. Yeah, a few days ago, last week. So we figured in the spirit of our anniversary, our nomad anniversary, I guess people call it, and our wedding anniversary. So we've been married for 8 years now. Time flies. And it's crazy to think that we've actually lived in this camper longer out of any like housing situation. In the spirit of 4 years of being in the camper, we're going to share over the weekend 4 things that we wish we knew before moving into the camper. We also came into this blind, I would say.
I think that's sometimes the best way to do certain things. I
Yeah.
mean, we're very thankful that we're blessed and looked out for when we bought this camper. At the same time, problems are problems, and I don't think just because these things have issues, knowing my personality, I'm glad that I didn't get fed all of this stuff beforehand, because I may have not have gotten a camper.
Really?
I mean, I say that,
Yeah,
but like,
I know what you mean.
I say that in terms of, I would have still gotten it, but I mean, if you have a house, you're going to have problems. You have one of these, you're going to have problems. You have a vehicle, you're going to have problems. Yeah, these are moving down the road.
I guess you could say that a lot of people make it seem like these campers are falling apart all the time.
Yeah, it's
now some, like, I'm not saying not all campers are built differently. Some people
are there
make it
problems
seem
right
like,
now that are wrong with it, like some of the caulking kind of on the outside. Yeah, it is what it is, but people are going to blow that up. People are going to blow up every little thing. Yes, there are always something. There's sometimes you just got to just let it be. I mean,
yeah,
you know, you have a camper like in the last 10 15 years, whatever or so, then you know what, go get you another one.
We actually talked about this today in a podcast that we're going to be in. I'll make sure to leave a link when that comes out. We've also been in 2 other podcasts, so I really recommend you listening to those. I'll leave a link to those below. But we talked to them about that we did not know that full-time RVing was a thing. We moved into the camper because we wanted to see each other often. Who knew? Chase is a welder, and he welds on a whole bunch of different power plants across the country. Before moving to the camper, I would only see Chase a day every 5 weeks or so. You were the one that said, hey, we need to get a camper so we can see each other, because we were figuring out how can we make this happen, and the camper was just going to be the best option for us.
Yep.
So we just didn't know that this was a thing. We didn't know that other people did this, and so we came in completely blind. So I just want to like caveat that. I think one thing I wish I knew, looking back, I wish there was a resource of, and maybe we'll do this in a video, if you want to see this, let me know, how to set up a camper, because I did not know at all about like leveling, things you'll need. We were extremely blessed that the previous owners pretty much gave us everything.
Yeah, and that would actually be a good video.
Because when we bought the camper, we didn't have a truck. I'll leave a link to that video below. And I hired someone to move the camper for us. Chase was at work. And I had told them, hey, I don't know how to set up a camper. I had done research in Google and I couldn't find anything. And I was like, you know what? We're just going to wing this. And I told the RV park that we were going to, I said, hey, could you all help me? Because I just don't know what I'm doing. And thankfully, there were some gentlemen there that helped me. But I just wish I knew what to do, because I just didn't know what to do. Unless you're brought up in it and someone shows you, you just don't know. With that being said, we're gonna go to dinner. We'll take you along with us. I'm really excited about it, and we'll continue on with number 2 at some point in this video. Ooh, super bright. It's also really gloomy today. It's the next day. Dinner was absolutely amazing. We went to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant in Westlake. It's not terribly too far from us, and it was absolutely...
Kenai's bad.
I was... Whoop.
Whoa.
I slipped.
Slipped a little bit there, huh? Oopsie.
Whoops. I was telling them about dinner. What were your thoughts on dinner?
It was really fun.
It was really fun.
It was cool to get to go to one of his restaurants. Never been before. And I would like to go to the some of them in Vegas now.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. But 10 out of 10 would recommend. Yes, it is a little pricey, but I think the service was top notch, the food was top notch.
You're not gonna do it every year.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about number 2. I also just realized we're giving 4 each, so this is like 8 total. So that's like a bonus type thing.
I wish I had used YouTube to my advantage like I had used it for other things to fix the vehicles, you know, fix something, you know, I mean, you can learn so much on YouTube. And had I known, or not had I known, had I just thought about using YouTube to my advantage to learn how to fix certain things, I probably would have found it on there, and I probably would have started
Fixing it
DIY
yourself.
and fixing it myself.
The gray tank, you figured that out from YouTube. The water heater, you pretty much figured that out on YouTube.
And a lot of it's just open the system up, or take the underbelly off and just looking at it and like, okay, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Like a puzzle.
Yes.
I think YouTube kind of goes both ways when it comes to RV life. It's either not there or it is there, in the sense of like how to set up a fifth wheel. I could not find a YouTube video out there, but there are also great videos out there of how to fix your camper. Oh, also our awning. We fixed our awning. You figured that out through YouTube.
Yes, I did. Yep, that's correct.
So I hope this is also encouraging that we are not. You're good. We are not. We're kind of handy, but we're not like super handy.
No, we are.
If that makes sense. We are handy.
Say it like that.
Oh, sorry, but like in the sense of we did not know any of this, so like just keep that in mind that we are new to learning a lot of stuff on the camper as well. So if we can do it, you can do it as well. I guess that's your number 2.
Yeah.
I guess my number 2 would be, I wish people, or some RVers, I guess, would kind of show what they did in the transition process between moving out of your house or whatever and into the camper, in the sense of what do you do with your stuff? Because we knew doing a storage unit really wasn't in our mind of getting, because we just didn't want to spend the money.
That we didn't have much anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we knew our couch that we had, a little duplex.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fit in the camper.
We pretty much sold majority of all of our furniture anyway, or we got rid of it.
A washing machine.
Yep, washing machine. But also in the sense of like, we have all of our yearbooks still, and they're in the camper. We have some sentimental stuff growing up, and they're in the camper. That's just, you know, sometimes you can leave it at, you know, a relative's house if you can, but we just, you know, we didn't want a storage unit because we knew that was just gonna be money that we just didn't want to spend. That's just us personally. I know a lot of RVers have storage unit. We just didn't want to have a storage unit. I just kind of just didn't know what to do with stuff. I didn't really know storage unit was a thing, if that makes sense. It was just kind of like, you move in, all right, well, what do I do with my stuff? But I think my number 2 and 3, I guess, are in the same, in the sense of just stuff in general. Like, you really don't need that much stuff in the camper. I feel like a lot of people think you need to have all of this stuff, and you really
firewood
don't.
in there too.
They do.
They do?
Yeah, it's like $8.
$8?
Yeah.
Get 2. Sorry, y'all.
No, you're
Sorry,
good.
we are gonna have some pizza tonight on
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
solo
have,
stuff,
yeah,
so
we'll
looking forward
definitely
to it.
show you all that. We also have some friends coming this weekend, so this is why we're doing it right now. In the sense of, I wish that a lot of RVers would emphasize getting rid of a lot of stuff, because I see so many, not all of them, all RVers are different, but I see a lot of RVers just pack their camper so full, and I thought I had to have all of my stuff as well, and I would get so overwhelmed in the camper because I would just have so much stuff in it. And it wasn't until I had heard of Dana K. White, which I'll leave a link to her below. She's a decluttering expert. She's not a minimalist, she's just a decluttering expert. And when I started to put her things to practice or whatever, y'all, it really changed RV life for me. And I wish people and a lot of RVers would kind of emphasize that, because it was just stressful for me, because I'm the type of person that has to have everything clean in order to work on stuff. And it felt like I was just always cleaning. It was always a massive Tetris to put stuff up and everything. I wish a lot of RVers, and I wish I knew this beforehand, you probably don't need it and get rid of stuff. And I wouldn't say we had the camper crammed full of stuff. It was pretty full.
And for me, it's, I don't like to spend money on things that I'm not gonna use. Which is a storage unit. And the things that you put in a storage unit are probably going to be out of date by the time you go.
Yeah, unless it's like sentimental stuff, then I can understand that. I would just encourage y'all, if you are going to be moving into your camper full time, consider the cost of a storage unit, and in the long run, is it going to be really worth it to spend all that much money Like say for a mattress, for instance. All right, you spend $50 a month. Let's just say 6 months. Well, that's $300. You could probably sell your mattress for whatever, and then down the road, buy a new one or a used one or whatever. You would probably save money compared to putting it in a storage unit.
I agree.
So that's just our sense when it comes to stuff like that. I just wish, so that's kind of like 2 and 3, I guess.
We just love the minimalist. I mean, you could live in a house, a tiny house, you know, and still live very minimal and not have much stuff. And that's what we like about the camper is it can get cluttered very quickly, like Bryce has been saying. Being able to not have a storage unit, because it just happens. You accumulate things. When we accumulate things and it's in our camper, oh, it's feeling cluttered. Oh, well, we need to make a trip to our storage unit so we can then put the stuff that we've gotten and put it in our, and then it's just repeated. We're not hounding on no one that has storage units as well, but maybe it's something like Bryce is saying. It's nothing. It's something that we don't really hear people talk about at all, because they just say, oh yeah, we have a storage. That is a really cool old camper. I don't know what that is across the way. I don't know if Bryce can get it across the train tracks, but it's like an Airstream.
I don't know if y'all can see that.
But
sidetrack.
No one ever talks about the details about their storage unit. They just say, we've got one and we're going back here to unload stuff or to grab stuff out of it. And
we save a lot of money by not buying random stuff. That also helps out with us taking as much time off as we want to, because we're not buying random stuff. Because when people are like, you take so much time off. Well, yeah, because we'd rather put that money towards taking time off and spending time with each other versus buying things that we don't need. I never want to try to find new organization stuff. I want to see what can I get rid of and then reorganize that way. So I'm going to go in the grocery store, get some stuff. We'll be right back. Happy actual anniversary.
Yes, happy
Today's
anniversary.
The actual anniversary day. What a day, but we're going to finish with what we've learned or what we wish we'd known before RVing.
Towing, yes. I had never towed a fifth wheel before. I've towed goosenecks and bumper pulls and stuff before, but never pulled something like this with a lot of wind drag. And honestly, fifth wheels and goosenecks pull so much better than bumper pulls and
travel trailers.
And travel trailers, yes. Travel trailers, because they're over that axle and just more stable.
But honestly, you pull this camper and you drive it so well. I think the only thing you have to really look out for is just the turns. Yeah, the turns, turning at your apex and everything, but really just kind of just get after it. I mean, just do it, trial by error. I mean, just don't do anything crazy your first time. Try to find an empty parking lot or just. But we've heard of people that they will hire to show them how to tow campers. Now, I don't know. I think maybe just kind of through Google searches. Cool. Yeah, I think that's really awesome. So, or maybe if you know someone and say, hey, like, can you teach me how to pull? If you don't know, there are resources out there, which I thought were really cool. I didn't know that until someone had mentioned that to us. I think for me, my fourth would be, and I wish I would have done this sooner when we first started RVing, was that, again, we just didn't know. We were completely new to this and going in blind. I wish I would have known that there were other RVers out there to connect with, either via, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, not like, I'm just saying, like, apart from YouTube in a way. YouTube is a little bit harder to connect with people because you're just, it's not the same as like actually like one-on-one messaging with someone on Instagram or Facebook. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be friends with every single RVer that you see on Instagram or Facebook, but I wish I was a little bit more active and seeking out RVers, because we have met some amazing people within the RV community that have just been, I mean, even lifelong friends that we've just met or haven't even known for a year, and we still see them, over and over again.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
I did a whole video on like, is RV life lonely? How to make friends, kind of what to look for in the sense of like community and groups and stuff. So I will leave a link to that video below.
Oh, last thing. Yeah, be flexible, be open to going with the flow. I mean, things are going to happen. Just, watch how you react.
And I think RV life has taught us to be even more relaxed and chilled, especially for Chase's work, because we do not plan far out in advance. And it used to scare us that we weren't far out in advance. And now we're like, okay, whatever happens, happens. And I think too, just try it. Don't be scared to try stuff. Go out and do it. If we can do it, you can do it. Job update.
Sorry, I'm kind of zoning out.
It's been a very long few weeks.
So job update. I'm still at where I'm at.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed there. And we'll finish up into this month. But the project manager saw me this morning and said, Chase, what is your wife doing? He said, well, would she want to come out as a fire watch helper? We need an elevator attendant to basically just open the door and close it and push the button and send the guys up and down the elevator. And I was like, yeah, she'll do it. So so she'll do that for the remainder of this turnaround while we're here. So it'll probably be, I would say honestly, a solid 3 weeks. We'll be here till the end of the month.
Yeah. So we'll be doing 12-hour shifts.
Yep.
I will make a separate video next week talking about pay, what all you'll need. I will walk you through all the process and stuff.
It'll be good too, because the process leading up to it, you'll be able to start videoing it, and she'll be able to show you what, you're not going to be able to take it into the safety council, thing, which I hope you do that instead of having to do it here.
I will walk you through step by step, starting tomorrow, of exactly what I did today, because I did a lot today here in the camper.
She did the higher-end packet today. I'm going to help her do a few,
we got to do a few more things tonight.
Stuff,
but I will take you through tomorrow what I do. Obviously, I can't take you into stuff, but I can explain what I've done, what I'm going to buy, because there's a few things I'm going to have to purchase. The TWIC card situation, because I've gotten some questions about that. And then we'll talk about pay, how much I make. So this is a W-2. For those that are wondering, my per diem, because I will get per diem, will be on a separate card. This is the second company that Chase has worked at. We've mentioned a few videos ago that they'll put the per diem on a different card. So my per diem will be on a card, and then and my travel. Oh, really?
It's not much. So.
Still. Oh yeah, it's really not that much.
In previous videos, we use Escapees, so our address pulls from Livingston, Texas.
It's not that far from where we are.
To here, it's like
80 bucks.
You got to be over 75 miles in order to receive travel and per diem. I think we're around that, 130 or something like that. So.
But I will leave a link to the video of the fire watch that I've done before. I give all the details of what you need to know about that one, because I've done that twice with Chase in nuclear plants. This is a chemical plant, so I've never done chemical plants before. I will take you along. I know I mentioned it on the community tab thing on YouTube, mentioned it on Instagram and Facebook, that these next few weeks, these videos might not be as
polished, for sure.
Polished.
Maybe a video
most likely this one too. Maybe I miss a video, because I will be working 84 hours a week, and on top of doing YouTube videos, it's just a lot. So if I do come out with videos, it's going to be very raw, not a lot of cuts, not very pristine. I'm just letting you all know, because and y'all have been so kind saying that you totally understand. I might miss a week. It may be one of those things where when the job's done, I can just pump them all out, but I don't know. So make sure you're subscribed. Keep an eye out for the community tab too, because I'll try to keep y'all updated with some stuff of hey, I will have a video, or hey, I won't have a video. I will try to do at least that for y'all. Chase is gonna help me finish up the W-2 stuff that's online. Tomorrow I am going to start vlogging the whole experience of what I have to do tomorrow, because I have a lot to do. You're looking at the new elevator attendant.
Operator.
Operator. Oh yeah, operator sounds cooler too.
Operator sounds really cool.
Elevator operator. We hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to finish up and go to bed. So we greatly appreciate all. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.